Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you how to create a flip file using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This piece right here will be your base, and this is 6.5 by 11. These two pieces up top will be your side pieces, and those are cut to 3 3/8 by 6 inches. You'll need two. And the bottom four pieces are cut to 6 3/8 by 2 3/4. So you'll need four of those. So let's just go ahead and get started. So now you're going to want to first take your base piece, which is the bigger piece, and you're going to score it 3.5, 4 1/4, 8.5. I flipped my paper over so you guys could see my score lines better, and 9 inches. And I'm just folding on the creases that we made, or the crease lines. And then on this top flap, which is the smaller flap, as you can see, we're going to go ahead and round the corners. So I'm using my corner chomper, and I'm using the 1/2 inch side, as you can see, and I'm going to be just rounding the corners on the top flap. So that's what I'm doing here. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and use the eyelet, the crocodile. And I'm using the inch side, as you can see, and I have my lever pulled all the way down. And on this 1/4 inch side right here, you're going to, that'll be the bottom. So we're going to punch these holes for our eyelets to go in so we can have somewhere for our elastic to go. So I'm just going ahead and centering that in the middle. I'm, again, doing it on the white side so you guys can tell. I should have chose a less crazy pattern of paper so you guys could see what I'm actually doing, but that's okay. So now I'm going to be just getting some eyelets and setting them, again with my crocodile, like so. So now we're going to go ahead and get a 1-inch punch, and I found this cute paper. I'm using the Maggie Holmes, I forgot what collection it's called, Flea Market collection, and I thought the plates were super cute. So I'm just going to be doing the eyelet closure. I kind of did this on my envelope flipbook tutorial. You're just going to center that little circle in the middle of your top flap and then punch a hole in the center and then put an eyelet in the hole you just punched and then set your eyelet. So now what we're going to be doing is, after this, we're going to be making a little indentation on the bottom flap. And that is for you to see the cute dividers. So on each side you're going to cut 3/4 of an inch. So you're going to cut in 3/4 of an inch, just making a little cut line like so, and you're going to do that on both sides. And then for the center, I kind of scored it with my scoreboard to make sure I wasn't making any mistakes. And then you're going to flip it on its side and cut 3/4 of an inch, like so, and it will give you this little indentation. So I hope that made sense. I don't always make sense. So this is the elastic that I'm using, and I'm going to put it through my eyelet. And I believe I cut 12 inches of this elastic. And I'm just going to be going ahead and double knotting the end, because if you just do one knot, it's going to go right through the eyelet and it won't work. So you need to tie it twice. So that's what I'm doing here. So now we're going to be taking our side pieces and scoring them every 1/2 inch, like so. So a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, and so forth. And you're going to do that on both pieces. So now we're going to go ahead and fold in those crease lines we just made. Your first flap is going to be folded on the outside. As you can see, the flap is going to be on the outside, not the inside, and that's just how I start it. That's how I always do it. So you're going to want to go ahead and do that on both pieces. So now we're going to go ahead and add our dividers to these sides. So first you have this first flap, the back of the first flap, and then the second flap. So this is the front of the second flap, and that's where you will be adhering your divider in. And you want it to go right in the crease and be lined up with the bottom of the side piece. So see how it's all lined up on the bottom and it's in the crease? That's what you want. So you're going to go ahead and skip the back piece, and then on the front of the third piece, on the front of the third flap, you're going to adhere the second divider, like so. I hope this makes sense, you guys. And line everything up correctly. Then you're going to go ahead and do your third divider, and you're going to skip that back piece and onto the front of the next flap. Line everything up and continue on. And so this is what it's going to look like, and you're going to do the same exact thing to the other side. So you're going to go ahead, and I'm just adjusting one because I realized that it wasn't as straight as I would have liked it to have been. So that's what I'm doing here, but I'm going to go ahead and grab my other side piece right here, and see, this is the first flap. On the front of the second flap, you're going to want to go ahead and adhere the back of your first divider onto that piece. Again, putting it in the crease and lining up the bottom. And then your second divider, put some adhesive on the back, and that is going to be adhered to the front of the next flap, like so. So you're going to go ahead and do that to the third and fourth divider. So this is what it will look like, and like I said in my previous video, it's not like 100% perfect because it's not like thin plastic. So you know, it is sturdy cardstock, and you are going to have a little bit of warping in the middle, but that is okay because you're not going to mail it flat. Of course, you're going to, you know, stuff it with goodies. So you're going to put some adhesive on the back flaps like I did, and you're going to, oh, I forgot to trim those. And you're going to adhere that whole piece that we just created on the inside of your base. And I am just placing my side piece right above the crease, as you can see, and lining it up with the side. So I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other side as well, putting that little tab with the adhesive on it right above the crease, at the same time keeping the sides lined up together so everything looks nice and neat, and pressing everything down. And now we're going to be adhering some, what am I saying? Adhering some adhesive. We're going to be putting some adhesive on the front flaps and adhering the top or the front flap to the sides. Now you're going to want to do the same thing again for the front flaps. You're going to be adhering them on the above the crease and lining up the sides. And that is it, you guys. So I am so happy that I could create this tutorial for you guys. Again, this is using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I also did a tutorial using a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So if you guys are interested, please go check that out. Thank you so much, you guys, for stopping by and checking out the video. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.